Here at Wirramina, we are lucky enough to receive some funding to increasing resilience to climate change.
This project has encouraged us to consider what impact changing climate will have on our surrounding areas.
So our funding has gone towards things like our seed production area, a rabbit-proof fence, 5 new garden beds that are special to each community that have been chosen. We've had a fair few community engagement days, upgrades to our website, and we've had a lovely little launch here.
It is a very efficient way to use grant funding with community groups. The money just goes so far.
Our future climate is predicted to be more like Forbes and West Wyalong and will be drier and with more summer rainfall.
So with climate change, we really need to consider the future and the long-term surviving and ability to provide food and habitat for animals such as squirrel gliders. Things like wattle species that provide a food resource.
We could have just planted the tree species, but we acknowledge the incredible importance that the understory has in making up the ecology of that plant community. It's made up of shrubs, wildflowers, grasses, all of which comprise the bulk of the biodiversity and encourage a lot of animals and insects as well.
We've chosen plant communities that occur in those areas.
The 5 communities are the Boree woodland, the mixed calitris pines, the yellow box, the grey box and the white box woodlands.
We've used seed from further north and west to give us plants that have more resilience to the future climate changes.
The garden edging we used for this project is actually made from recycled plastic. And the best bit is the recycled plastic actually came from the local farmers around this area.
We've had a number of great events using the seed production area. We've used it for propagation workshops, and we've also had visitors just come here just to see and learn to recognise some of their local native species, the ones that often get overlooked.
But we feel it's a very important point of interest and discussion for local communities to come and look at what we've done and talk about the impact that climate change might have on our vegetation locally.
And what they're learning here, they're taking them back to their own properties and they're starting to look at their places quite differently and actively seek to put these plants back in the landscape.
So this project brought together all of our volunteers with all their different skills, from fencing to planting plants to digging trenches for the garden edging.
This project has brought together many partner groups. Wirramina Environmental Education Centre being the main one with Photoris Education Group. West Hume Landcare have played a massive role, and so has the Burrumbuttock Squirrel Glider Lamp project.
I would recommend other community groups to take on projects like this because it broadens people's knowledge about how our landscape is going to be now and into the future.